Drake-Bell scandal. Josh told reporters, "It's upsetting and it's an unfortunate situation. It's disappointing. The actor starred alongside Drake as his stepbrother in the popular Nickelodeon series Drake and Josh. For as long as anyone can remember, celebrities haven't always had it the easiest when it came to making several attempts to stay out of the spotlight. Not only do people strive to expose celebrities for their past wrongdoings, but they also try to warn others about their past in order to keep them updated on what they can expect possibly from that certain individual. Sometimes these individuals who come forward and express concerns about certain celebrities also happen to be a celebrity themselves. This makes the situation even more known to the internet. The 35-year-old actor and singer Drake-Bell pled guilty to several charges, including one of child endangerment. Fans were left in complete shock. However, there have already been some celebrities who come forward to express some concerns in regard to Drake-Bell and his behavior even before this entire situation unfolded. Allow us to break all of the recent news down for you. One thing for sure is that fans all over the world are in shock. Considering all that has been going on around several past Nickelodeon and Disney Channel stars, Drake-Bell, who starred in the well-loved show Drake and Josh, is one who has kind of entirely harmed his reputation, as he recently pled guilty to not only one, but two different charges. Now these were not just any charges, as both of these involved a minor. As many of you may already know, the singer pled guilty to one count of felony attempted child endangerment and one count of disseminating matter harmful to juveniles. Although he was facing 2 years in prison, he only ended up receiving 2 years of probation along with 20 hours of community service. The majority of the situation comes as a surprise to fans of the star. There were some celebrities who came forward to kind of warn the world that he has not been on the right track and he was kind of going off the rails. Josh Peck. It is at this time that Josh Peck is finding a way to navigate his current friendship with Drake-Bell, who was in the mid of a child endangerment scandal. When the news first broke about Drake-Bell and the two charges he was facing, Peck did not come out to say much on the issue, while many believe that he was probably just trying to process all that was going on. However, he just recently came forward to express his thoughts on the situation. Like I mentioned in the beginning, he thought it was upsetting and went on to say that it was disappointing to hear what his old co-star had done. That's all he had to say on the matter. Many are not sure whether or not he only just said a little bit to stay out of the conflict, but it is a fact that Bell's professional reputation will never be the same, and it might have been pretty big on his relationship with Josh. Bell was a regular on the comedy series The Amanda Show, and Peck joined in as a guest in season 2. The chemistry between the two was off the charts after their first skit together involving a shrimp was a classic in the Nickelodeon comedy world. The truth of the matter, though, is that the two have not always had the easiest of relationships. Both Peck and Bell co-starred on Nickelodeon's Drake and Josh from the year 2004 to 2007, and the show was an undeniable hit. The actors have known each other for over 20 years. Peck and Bell were teamed up together to star in their very own series and remained comedy partners until the series went off the air. Once the show was over, the two decided to go their separate ways, and they didn't work for any other television projects together after Drake and Josh. The two kind of fell off. Although they would talk here and there, they were not as close as they had been. Things between them were pretty quiet until their famous wedding feud back in 2017. The Nickelodeon stars found themselves to be in a bit of drama. This was back when Josh Peck was getting married to Paige O'Brien and Bell was not invited. Drake revealed in his tweets that Josh hadn't invited him to his and Paige's wedding. The actor wrote, "When you're not invited to the wedding, the message is clear. Loyalty is key. Always remember where you came from. True colors have come out today. This message is loud and clear. Ties are officially cut. I'll miss you, brother." However, the tweets were deleted later by Bell and explained in an interview that he was just being cranky over not being able to go to the wedding. The two were able to remain friends after the follow. Josh did go on to state that the two were not speaking before that and hadn't talked in over 3 years due to other personal reasons. Some can see why, considering the fact that this feud between them took place in 2017, which is around the same time that the incident between Drake-Bell and the minor allegedly occurred. Many believed that there was a reason for them not speaking. Melissa Lingafelt. Melissa, the 30-year-old musician who goes by the name Jimmy Ono, was also one who came out and spoke against her ex-boyfriend Drake Bell. Melissa had made the decision to speak out in regard to Bell and his actions. Not too long after he was convicted of 2 different charges, Bell dated Melissa for over 2 years, from August 2006 to February 2009, while he was 19 and she was only 16. Melissa had previously accused the actor of physical and verbal abuse, as well as having a preference for underage girls back in the year 2020. However, Bell denied the allegations in a statement to Variety at the time, but with the recent sentence he just received, it was clear that this was not something that would be beyond him, nor surprising to his ex Melissa. This is far from the first time that Melissa hurled his accusations against the popular singer. She first opened up about her relationship with Drake Bell in August 2020 in a TikTok video. She claimed on the now private videos that her famous ex-boyfriend was extremely aggressive towards her when they started living together. She admitted it wasn't until about the first year when the verbal abuse started. She goes on to say, "When I say verbal abuse, imagine the worst type of verbal abuse that you can ever imagine." She then went on to say it turned into physical, hitting, throwing, everything. At the pinnacle of it all, he dragged me down a flight of stairs in our own house. My face hit every step on the way down. I have photos of this. I don't even want to get into the underage girl thing. I mean, I will, but I'm scared. Weeks after the initial videos, Lingenfeld made another video to share an image of what she says is the aftermath of one of those circumstances where she claims Bell was abused towards her. After much thought and multiple requests for photographic evidence, I have decided to share just one of the photos I have of the abuse I endured from Drake. This was taken in 2008, a few months after turning 18. This was nearly the end of the relationship. The physical piece was happening almost every other week, with the verbal almost daily. She shared a photo that appears to show a scar and bruises on her chin. In the comments for the post, she said her left eye was swollen in this photo. Lingenfeld also shared a police report she said she filed back in December 2009 and journal entries from the time she said the incidents occurred. She also shared direct messages from other women who shared their own experiences with the actor, with some of them claiming they were also underage during their interactions with Drake. Peyton Lane, who appeared on the OC and dated Bell from 2011 to 2016, reportedly sent Melissa a direct message to show her support, and also said she endured an abusive 5-year relationship with the actor at the time. From the screen grabs Melissa shared, Lane wrote, "Hey Melissa, this is Peyton. I was Drake's girlfriend for 5 years after you. I will stand by your side and back you up as I went through the same horrific verbal, physical, and mental." When the news broke about Drake Bell and his charges, Lane had something to say about it as well. As she stated on her Instagram story, for a more of a low-key reaction, she said, "So many I told you so moments have been happening this week, right?" and proceeded to tag Melissa and her Instagram page. Final words. Drake Bell's future reputation seemed to be so promising when he was on Nickelodeon, and things seemed to go left. Since his time as a child star, Bell has dealt with everything from DUIs to financial troubles to abuse allegations, and now recently he was arrested for crimes against children. The actor confused fans with a rebrand as he suddenly moved to Mexico, and nearly a year later he was arrested and charged. He was one of the most recognized faces on Nickelodeon, and his scandals have since casted a huge shadow over his career. Do you think this is all something that he will be able to recover from? Let us know what you think in the comments below.